Assalamu alaikum. I am Samar Alsibakhi, and in this video we are going to talk about how the theme of family and relationships is presented by Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, the famous playwright, has addressed the issue of relationships in most of his plays, especially as pertaining to family ties, and in his tragedy plays expose the good and the bad side of family ties, especially between parents and their kids. And in all his tragedy plays, we have this kind of family breakup and unhappy family. For one, many conflicts in Shakespeare's plays often arise from misunderstandings and differences in values between a parent and a child. For example, in King Lear play, Lear's tragic demise takes place between Lear and Cordelia, when Cordelia refuses to tell her father how much she loves him, which angers Lear and causes him to disown her. Besides this, many parent-child relationships in Shakespeare's works also involve a form of betrayal, and this includes Gertrude marrying Claudius immediately after the death of King Hamlet, which causes Hamlet to question his mother's loyalty to his father. And I think the most common relationship is likely the father-daughter relationship. In Shakespeare's plays, this relationship is often portrayed in the form of a filial, dependent daughter and protective overbearing father, like Cordelia and Lear, Ophelia and Polonius, or even Desdemona and Brabantio. These relationships are centered around the daughter's obedience and loyalty to their fathers, to the extent that the daughter's worths are often based on how loyal or obedient they are to their fathers. And that when Cordelia says nothing, she is disowned. When Polonius dies, Ophelia drowns herself. When Desdemona insists on loving a man Brabantio disapproves of, their relationship is torn apart. To a certain extent, these depictions are characteristic of the expectations of daughters during Renaissance England to be loyal, doting daughters and wives. The Renaissance background. In the Elizabethan era, men were regarded as the head of the family, whereas women were considered as the weaker sex, not only in terms of physical but emotional as well. And one good example that shows defiance in paternal authority is when Juliet proceeds to marry Romeo without her family knowledge. And we have Desdemona has not only secretly eloped, but has chosen a man of a different race, Othello Amor, and actually her father's friend, for her husband. On discovering this, Brabantio is outraged. And in the end, I want to say that Shakespeare, the father of two daughters, chose to explore this relationship in his writings, of how his life reflects on his plays, and he sometimes found it difficult to be a father. And thank you.